I'm Spider-Man. No more. No more.
What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian and welcome to C-Word Productions. You guys, I got some big breaking news to discuss with you guys, and it's involved around Spider-Man, Sony Pictures, and Marvel Studios. Apparently, they had a meeting today, and it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. In fact, it's looking like Kevin Feige is no longer in creative control when producing the Spider-Man films. What does this mean? Does this mean Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man will no longer be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And if so, Sony, what the fuck are you thinking? I don't get your methods. Obviously, Marvel Studios just helped you with your highest grossing film of all time with Spider-Man Far From Home. Your highest grossing Spider-Man film of all time with Spider-Man Far From Home. If it wasn't for Marvel Studios, guess what? You'd be back and making Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield, pulling in maybe $600 to $700 million at the box office. Unbelievable. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know. I'm going to read you guys some of this article from the MCU Cosmic, who's covering it all. Bad news for Spider-Man fans. According to Deadline, Kevin Feige has been forced out of involvement with Spider-Man, and Marvel Studios will not produce the next two Spider-Man films. What the fuck? I just don't get it. Marvel Studios is having a hell of a year with three of their films literally crossing over $1 billion. Endgame being the highest grossing film of all time. Why wouldn't you want to work with them? Your collaboration with them is making you money. At the end of the day, I get it. It's all about money. And guess what? You're making money. Let me continue. A dispute that has been taking place over the past few months at the top of Disney and Sony has essentially nixed Feige and the future involvement of Marvel from the Spider-Man universe, sources said. Sources said that there are two more Spider-Man films in the works that are meant to have director Jon Watts and Tom Holland front and center. Unless something dramatic happens, Feige won't be the lead creative producer of those pictures. Jesus Christ. If this is true, it ends the coverage of Spider-Man movies on this site. If Sony doesn't want the character to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore, and he's not part of the if he's not part of the MCU, he's not worth covering from the movies. Okay, that's just talking about the site. Unbelievable. I don't get it. I'm hoping that they're still able to come to terms and figure out a deal for the future. Because this is huge. I mean, how many Spider-Man films have we had? How many Spider-Man appearances have we had in the MCU? Civil War, Spider-Man Homecoming, Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home. It's 5. 5 already. 5 of them. And guess what? They've all been astounding. Marvel Studios knows what to do when creating these films. They have a gist of the characters. They know the comic books. It's a passion project over at Marvel Studios or over at Sony Studios. It's nothing but dollar signs to them. The fucking execs don't care. They don't have a lead person like Kevin Feige, who's just in love with the content. He's literally in love with the content. And he loves making these movies. You guys, I don't know. I don't know. Spider-Man homeless right now. That's the title of Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man homeless. Because guess what? He's not home. He's not in the Marvel Studios universe. He's homeless. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Sony, like, I get Sony. You're doing your whole entire Spider-Man universe, right? Spider-Man list universe. Now you guys are like, man, well, you know, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse was a huge success. Maybe we know what to do with Spider-Man films, live action that is. Maybe we can incorporate, you know, a brand new Spider-Man in a Venomverse, you know, and fucking Morbius, you know, Kraven the Hunter, whatever films they have, Black Cat and Silver Sable. Okay, but that doesn't mean you know what to do with that shit. You guys have failed. Spider-Man 3 was a failure. The Amazing Spider-Man was cool. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was completely garbage hot shit. Come on now. The only reason why Spider-Man 1 and 2 were such a huge success is because you had Sam Raimi, you know, in creative control and just like in love with his work. He nailed those first 2 films. Guess what? It's been like damn near 17 years. I'm sorry. I don't get it. This is just mind-boggling. I don't know. I don't know what to think, you guys. No more Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is huge. Huge. I don't know what they're planning on doing, but obviously this is gonna hit. This is gonna hit hard for Marvel. Like, granted, like, thank God we just got the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four and all those characters, but still, Spider-Man was pivotal to the MCU. Spider-Man was very pivotal. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what direction Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios is plans on going. Who knows? Maybe make a fucking Night Monkey movie and just have Tom Holland star. If I'm Tom Holland, I'm like, you know what? Sorry, Sony, I'm cutting ties with you. Good luck with your Spider-Man universe. And if they have to reboot another Spider-Man universe, they ain't making shit at the box office. You know, they're just not making any kind of money at the box office. None. Nothing at all. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even the sources from Deadline said that Sony feels comfortable that, you know, they know what to do with this character. Like, they're comfortable without Marvel Studios. We'll see. Boycott Spider-Man 3 if Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios isn't producing this shit. Let's see how far you get it going. Unbelievable. 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 Post your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios being pushed out of the deal with Sony Pictures revolving around Spider-Man. Where do you think Spider-Man 3 and 4 are going to go if Marvel Studios isn't going to be producing it, and if Sony is going to be producing it? The people who can't even get a fucking poster right without over-cluttering shit. Post your comments down below, you guys. And thank you for taking time today for watching Zero Productions. Peace.